Over the past couple of years, because of the growth of data, we within the IT organization had to become much more robust about providing that email service. And also to be able to secure our email environment. And also we had to counter a lot of the malicious attacks that were coming through our email systems, because they were infiltrating the organization through the email system because it's so widely used within the organization. So we did it ourselves. For one, we didn't have the skill, we didn't have the knowledge, and we wanted a service provider that was world-class in that space. And that's what we're getting from Mimecast. We can be rest assured that a lot of the malicious attacks and spam and those types of things stays out there. Mimecast is looking at that and they're taking care of it for us.
Our requirements around email security, particularly with spam, was to reduce the false positive count that we were receiving. A client that emailed us for advice expected an answer very quickly, and if his email was sitting in a quarantine somewhere or had even been just completely rejected due to a keyword that had been triggered, that made us look bad to the client in terms of being able to turn around and deliver good service to them. Mimecast was a breath of fresh air because their approach was so innovative.
The challenge with email security has always been keeping up with it. It's almost a cat and mouse game between the spammer or the person sending the virus code and email, and then those of us on the other end who have to try to stop it. And what Mimecast allows us to do is they take care of all that for you. They do the upgrades, they do the due diligence, if you will, and they keep up the anti-spam, the antivirus signatures so that you and your staff are free to do other things.
We've been through several different solutions for email security. Each solution was good at some point, but eventually started to fail us. Mimecast has really given us a great option for email security. The amount of spam that we were fighting before with the previous vendor was just out of control. We made the choice to go to Mimecast because we had heard from so many people that the things that we were seeing, they weren't seeing.
One of our biggest concerns we had moving to the cloud, I think that any organization would have, would be security. We were afraid, how is our data going to be handled at an off-site location? After talking to Mimecast staff, I believe they had 2 or 3 physical locations in the US, but our thoughts were, how is the data secured in those locations? What we learned is that by moving our data to the cloud, Mimecast does put in good security parameters. They use the encryption. I believe it's very similar to the military's encryption on their servers. Each one of our staff members that needs administrative access to that system does have access to that.
We've looked at a lot of solutions over the years. Many of them were internal, primarily for the security reasons that we didn't want our critical data to be in someone else's hands. However, most of those solutions were quite expensive to implement. Not only the cost of the vendor software, but also the infrastructure that we would have to build out. When looking for a solution that encompassed everything that Mimecast had, the solution became quite expensive. When looking at Mimecast and working out the details of all of the features that they had, it became a no-brainer. Mimecast definitely delivered for the cost benefit that we were looking for.